Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Bhargavi Mataji. So thank you all so much for staying back. Today we are, yesterday we stopped at Nandagaon. So from Nandagaon today we are going to our next destination. I'll share my screen first. Oh, I think I didn't have the map today. Okay. So from Nandagaon, oh, there is no map actually because this is day 18, right? Usually this we go here on the day of Prabhupada's disappearance day. So this is a very small place. Before we go, we will just seek the blessings of Srimati Radharani, Sri Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada, and all the Guru Vargas, so that we'll be able to do our parikrama successfully. So yesterday we have seen Nandagaon and Pavan Sarovar. Actually, near Pavan Sarovar, I forgot the name of Kund. It starts with K. Very close by to Pavan Sarovar, there is one Kund. It is said that Parjanya, the father of Nanda Baba, the grandfather of Krishna, he actually did one austerities there on the bank of that Kund. Narada Muni comes and blesses him that he will have children, and that is when he had 5 kids: Nanda, Upananda, Abhinanda. I forgot the other 2 names. I think Nanda Nandan. Nanda Maharaj was in the middle, like he had 2 elder brothers and 2 younger brothers. So that Kund is also there near Pavan Sarovar. And from there, today we are walking, and as we are walking, we are actually heading towards Kokilavan. So we will see Kadiravan in between, and then we'll see Yavat, and then finally we will reach Kokilavan. So that will be our path today. And in between, Ter Kadam is also there. So Kadiravan, this is actually the 7th forest of all the 12 forests. Kadiravan is the 7th forest. And as we are walking from Nandagaon, we take the road of, there's a place called Anjanaka. It's on the southwest of Nandagaon, 5 kilometers from Varsana. It's in between Varsana and Chata. So why is this place called Anjana? Because one time Radharani is getting ready and she was about to put kajal, and that is when Krishna plays flute. And hearing his flute, she will leave the kajal. She doesn't apply kajal to her eyes, and she will just come running to Krishna. And then Krishna sees her that she's not dressed, and she didn't keep kajal to her eyes. So he sees that, and he himself will apply. Anjana, that's called Anjana. That's why it's called as Anjanaka, this place. So we will touch that village, and then as we are going, again we will see the place called Kamai. This place is the birthplace of Lalita Sakhi. As we have seen, Vishaka Sakhi. We have seen around Barsana, there are all the Ashtasakhi villages. So we saw Chiksholi, Chitra Sakhis, then we have seen Unchgaon, Lalita Sakhis, and then we have seen Ranga Devi Sudevi's village. So now this is Vishaka Sakhis. So Vishaka Sakhi is the second most, what happened? So Vishaka Sakhi is the second gopi of the Ashtasakis, and Vishaka Sakhi's, all her nature, her qualities, everything is similar to Lalita Sakhi, and she's born in the same time of Radhika, and her dress is like, it feels as if there are a lot of stars in the sky, like that. Her dress is like that, and her complexion is lightening. Her father is the son of Mukhara's sister. Mukhara is the grandmother of Radharani. We have seen that village also, Mukharai. So her father is the son of Mukhara's sister, and mother is the niece of Jatila, if I'm not. Yeah, she's Dakshina. She's a niece of Jatila, and she knows different languages. She sings in various languages, and she does puppet shows. She does nice designs on, like rangoli on the floor. She does very, very nice flower designs. She prepares tilak. So, and all these are mentioned in Radha Krishna Ganodesha Deepika. So that village is there. And now we are entering the Kadiravan. So this is on the east side of Nandagaon and 10 kilometers from Varsana. So Adi Varaha Purana says, anyone who visits this forest will ascend to Lord's abode. So we know here the demon Bakasura is killed. So that's why there is a village by name Bakatara. So Bakasura is killed. We'll not get into the pastime because most of us all know that duck demon. And so this is the place where he killed, and Bakasura shows duplicity. Devotee means simplicity, right? We are same from inside and outside. So Bakasura is showing duplicity. From the lesson we have to learn is we should learn from Bakasura is we should not develop that duplicity. We should be very simple. So Bakasura is killed here. And the important thing here is Loknath Swami's Bhajan Kutir. So Loknath Swami is the son of Padmanabha and Sita Devi, and he was born in Bangladesh, Jessore district. So what happened from childhood, he was not attached, like he was not attached with toys. He was not like any other kid. So he left home and he wanted to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Mayapur. So he went, and of all the Goswamis, if I'm not wrong, he's the one who had very close and a long association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, more than 20 years, 20 or 23. So then one time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says that he is also leaving to Vrindavan. He wants to come to Vrindavan. So he will give an instruction. Of all the Shat Goswamis, he's the oldest, the one to first come to Vrindavan. He's the one who started first. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, go to Vrindavan. He was feeling so sad because he cannot stay without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he wanted to follow the instruction of the Lord. That's why he will start to Vrindavan. And then when he's going to Vrindavan, he will come to know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has gone to South Indian Yatra. And then he wanted to meet him. He wanted to meet him in South India. And then he'll go to South India. When he goes to South India, what happens? He comes to know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left to Prayag or Vrindavan, or I think Puri. So again, he'll go back to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when he goes there, they will say he left. He will say he left to Prayag. And then he will go to Prayag. And then also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not there. So then he'll feel almost 4 times he's traveling here and there. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes in the dream and he tells, please don't search for, you don't wait for me or don't come for me. You stay in Vrindavan. I will come, and then all the Goswamis are going to come. Sanatan Goswami is going to come. Rupa Goswami is going to come. So stay there. And then Loknath Goswami, so he stayed in Vrindavan and he stayed till the other Goswamis came. He was staying in Kadiravan. And what happened? So, and he's the Manjulali Manjari in spiritual world. He's the Manjulali Manjari. And on the bank of Madhurya Kund, he has his Bhajan Kutir is there, and he has performed his bhajan. Sanatan Goswami is there in Mansi Ganga, Pavan Sarovar. So if we see Pavan Sarovar, and this is close by, right? So Loknath Goswami's Bhajan Kutir is here, and Sanatan Goswami's Bhajan Kutir is also close by at Pavan Sarovar. And then what happened was, so first we'll see Kishori Kund. Okay, so Kishori Kund is this place is the bathing place of Vrishabhanu Maharaj as Radharani. So what happened, as I said, from here, Yavat is very close, right? So when she's married and when she went to Yavat also, she would come here. So to Kishori Kund. So Kishori Kund is a very dearmost place of Radharani. And what happened, Loknath Goswami would do his bhajan here. One time when he was in the Kadiravan forest, there was one from nowhere. He was sitting, and from nowhere, a little boy comes, and he will keep a bag in his hand. And he just disappears. And when Loknath Goswami opens the bag, he finds the deity. And he doesn't understand. Actually, he didn't understand who is this deity, who gave me, what is this? He was very confused. In that confusion state, the deity only talks. The deity says, I am Radha Vinod, and I am waiting in this forest for you since long time. You please take care of me. So Loknath Goswami starts taking care, and in fact, the deity mentions that I'm hungry. Can you please cook for me? And then Loknath Goswami was in tears when the deity asked. So he will do Madhukari, he will collect all the needed stuff, and then he nicely prepares feast. And when it rains, he would near Kishori Kund, there is a big tree, and there used to be a hollow, like a hole. And then whenever it is raining, he would keep his Radha Vinod deity inside there. And he himself stitched a bag. He stitched a bag and he would keep his Radha Vinod in the bag, and that bag he would keep in the neck, and he will he will walk with that bag. He's always there with Radha Vinod. In fact, Narottam Das Thakur, he actually writes one pranam mantra. He says that, how nicely Loknath Goswami was worshipping Radha Vinod. He mentions in that, like, his dearmost deity is Radha Vinod, and his life is surrendered to Radha Vinod. But that Radha Vinod deity now is in Radha Gokulananda temple. And actually with Loknath Goswami, he comes with Bhugarbha Goswami. Much is not mentioned about Bhugarbha Goswami, but his deities are there in Radha Damodar temple, where our Srila Prabhupada stayed there. So now Radha Vinod temple, again during the Mughal attack in the Gokulananda temple that is there right now, is the Prathibhu Deity, but the original one is in Jaipur. We will see the picture of it. So yeah, these are the deities in Jaipur, original deities. This is the deity and Janava Mata, we know that she established various temples. She has established Radharani because she was thinking only Krishna cannot be worshipped. So for Shyam Sundar, Radha Shyam Sundar temple, and here she established a lot of Radharani deities, and these are the original deities right now in Jaipur. And these are the deities in Gokulananda temple. So this is the Narottam Das Thakur's Gauranga's deity, and this is Radha Vinod, and these are Radha Vijay Govind. Radha Vijay Govind deities of Baladev Vidyabhushan. And this small Krishna is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's. So actually I heard they're all at the bank of Radha Kund, but all these deities, they came here at Radha Gokulananda temple. And here, if you see, where is that? See here. Here there is this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to hold this Giriraj Shila and he would chant. And when he becomes very ecstatic, because of the ecstasy, the stone melted and his thumb impression, very clearly you can see, like the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's thumb impression falls on this Shila. It's a small square. And later on, he gave that to Raghunath Das Goswami. So Raghunath Das Goswami was having this, he gifted it to him, and later this Shila came to Gokulananda temple. And we can see Loknath Goswami's Samadhi also on the courtyard of Gokulananda temple. Actually, Radha Gokulananda temple is a temple which has lots of Samadhis. So many, almost 6-7 are there. So then Narottam Das Thakur, actually Loknath Goswami didn't accept any disciples, but only Narottam Das Thakur he has as his disciple. That too because Narottam Das Thakur, he just accepted Loknath Goswami as his guru, and he was not deviated, and he was serving him very nicely. Actually, when Loknath Goswami used to attend the nature's call, those days there were no restrooms and bathrooms, so just go, it used to be open, right? So when he used to go the next day, everything would be clean. And Loknath Goswami was wondering, who is cleaning for me? Like, who is doing this? And one day he hides in the bushes and he will see that Narottam Das Thakur is doing all that cleaning. And then Narottam Das, he will go and he will actually was in tears. He's like, you come from a very rich family and you were supposed to be the next king of your family, and then you are doing this for me. And Narottam Das Thakur expresses his desire that how much he likes Loknath Goswami. And I think Loknath Goswami then gets a dream to accept Narottam Das Thakur as his disciple. That is when he accepts Narottam Das Thakur as his disciple. And Loknath Goswami, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami comes and takes blessings of Loknath Goswami before he writes Chaitanya Charitamrita. And he gave his blessings, but he mentions, he requests him that don't mention about me in the book. That is why, to respect his feelings, he had not mentioned a lot. He had mentioned in the beginning about Loknath Goswami. So that is about Loknath Goswami. And so this is the Shila, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Shila. And this is the temple, Gokulananda temple. If you go to Radharaman temple, it is on the same street. Gokulananda temple is also in the same street. So you can visit both Radharaman and Radha Gokulananda. As I said, this is the Samadhi areas. This is Loknath Goswami's Samadhi. Oh, I think, these are the Jaipur deities. And then, okay, this is the courtyard of the temple in Jaipur. Okay, then we will come to this nice, very beautiful place of, I mean, the pastime is very nice, very beautiful. So there's a place called Chhatravan. So what happens? Chhatra is umbrella, right? So one time, what happens? Krishna and the Gopas are in one place, and there is another place called Umrao. So in that Umrao, Radharani is with the Gopis. So Krishna, they have established, the Gopas says, Krishna is the king of the forest. Krishna is the king of the forest. Like that, they will be talking. And then Krishna says, okay, Madhumangal, now I am the king of the forest. So declare, announce it everywhere in Vrindavan that I am the king of the forest. So then Madhumangal goes, he keeps walking and he'll be saying, announcing, like how they announce. He says, the Krishna is the king of Vrindavan. Like that, he will be announcing. Then he comes to this Umrao, this place where the gopis are there and they are establishing Radharani as the queen of Vrindavan. Then they see Madhumangal and they will tie him with flower garlands. They all will tie him. Then they will say, whoever is your king, whom you're announcing that he is the king, you have to bring him. Then only we will untie you. He has to come and he has to see how great our queen is. So like that they will say. Then Madhumangal immediately he will go to Krishna, and then Krishna feels so pained seeing Madhumangal tied with the flower garlands. And then he goes and says that, you know, there is a stronger, powerful queen. She has more followers and she's much strong than you. You have to come and see her. And then Krishna comes. Krishna keeps coming to see the gopis. He'll come to Madhumangal because that was the rule also, right? They said, go and bring your king. So when he's coming, Radharani sees Krishna coming from far, and then seeing her dearmost Krishna, she will come down from the throne, and then the gopis and Madhumangal is there and the gopis are there. So they will make both of them sit on the throne, and they will say that he's the emperor and she's the empress, king and queen. So they will declare Radha and Krishna as the king and queen of Vrindavan. So that happened in this place called Chhatravan. It's called Chata now, Chata village. Initially, it's called Chhatravan because they're establishing them as the king and queen. So that is, I think we are done for today. That is Kadiravan. Yeah, it's basically a very small forest. Oh, it's time, I think. Covering Tirkata. Okay. Sham Gauri Mataji, you think, shall I go forward or should I stop here and show the videos? It's 8:55.
Yeah, you can stop, Mataji. We can have more parikrama tomorrow and we can see videos now.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Padma Sakhi Mataji. We'll end the recording here.